My name is Deorro. I'm 24 years old. My parents are both from Mexico, and I was born in LA. So I am Latino, and I'm proud to be. I've been making music since I can remember. I mean, I don't know the day I started. I've been making electronic music around since I was 14, and I fell out of love with music, and I fell in love with sound. So that's who I am. So in the beginning, I used to release music under the name Tonic, and well, actually before Tonic, it was just as me, I had a username and stuff. But once I became Tonic, that's what I saw other people they had an individual nickname, so I started naming myself Tonic, and I was putting that out until there was a band already with that name, and I freaked, man. At the same time, now that I look at it, it's something that I just laugh about. But back then, I thought I was in trouble, man. And they were just saying, oh, I have to. They sent a cease and desist or something, and they tell me, yeah, I changed my name. But it wasn't even that bad, And I was actually happy that now that I was able to, now that I understand more of what that title, man, an artist, something I use something more personal, and it's so happy so early in my career that it was really nothing, and it really helped a lot when it came to looking me up, because when you would look up Tonic, it's like a drink, and it's like everything else. So now you look up Deorro, and it's pretty much just me. I made that word up. So as far as sound changing, when I changed my name, it was a really smooth transition. It was I even went back on my SoundCloud, changed everything. So I was still the same person. To me, it wasn't really the title that was going to tell me what I was going to do. It was more of this is who I am, and if you want to call me something, this is what you guys can call me. So everything was still the same, identical. And a lot of people were just like, oh, we like Tonic. We're still gonna call you Tonic. People still call me Tonic. They won't call me Deorro. But same time, I always just give them me, So I've grew a fan base, and I saw that one thing we all had in common was the emotion that once it's applied, to music, it really a lot of people. I always get people telling me, yo, I grew up like this, and I'm just it's exactly the way I grew up. I incorporate that experience and stuff into my music. So when it comes to how I started the label, it's all on that when other people were making the same stuff, and I wanted to share that, and I wanted to share it properly, because I know some of the kids, they wanted to get their music up on iTunes, up on Beatport, and so we really worked hard, and it took a long time. The reason it took a long time was because I wanted to make sure we did it to where we have it our way. We don't want to put kids in deals that with stuff we have no control over. We were running through little distributors, little quick stuff, but we eventually got a really good deal with Interscope, because I sat down with Steve Berman, and I told him my vision, how I want to be a label that develops artists, because myself, I'm helping artists and vocalists. I'm helping this girl, she does jazz, and I'm producing some jazz music for her, and there's reggae. I'm producing a band, an album for a band, or they do reggae, and I'm all over the place. So he loved that, and I told him that's what I wanted to make PandaFunk, a label that develops artists. And now, as far as what PandaFunk is right now, the machine it is right now, I can't take credit for that, because there's a whole team in LA, then they're busting their ass off, man. And it was when I left back on the road, I told them, okay, here's my plan. You guys have to come up with a plan. And then because I really try to encourage them, you guys gotta work together as a team, to make this happen. Because the label is just it's not something that y'all could just, oh yeah, that's right, we have a label. Let's, it has to be an everyday thing. And I left and I came back, and the walls were no longer white. There was just schedules and plans and ideas, and I was just oh my god, I felt like I was in the way. I was I'm gonna step back, let you guys keep doing your thing. And they're definitely, honestly, they've become there's some kids. We came from the street, so the kids that are there, I cannot believe the conversations they're having, the way they talk, where I'm agreeing with one, but then the other one's no, that won't work because this, and I'm just wow, it's a fully functional thing. So I can't really take that much credit, but 100% because they're working hard. I'm gonna keep working hard. When I'm out and about, I want to make sure there's PandaFunk stages everywhere, I'm gonna do my part on it. So PandaFunk, we have some artists signed. We have people like Dirty Audio, we have Zoo Function, we're definitely in talks with other artists as well. I really want people to feel at home before, we actually start doing business. And Dirty Audio, to me, he comes from like a trap background, so he's really a lot of hip hop elements, and like I'm really trying to like encourage him. And then lately he just sent over a song where I was just like, that's it, there you go, man, you're good to go. Because as artists, when you don't really know much about like the industry, you kind of like, some kids will come in looking a little bit arrogant, so like they're a little bit too hard-headed, they're not open-minded. Well, there's a way to get in, you just got to play by the rules. And once you're in, you understand, then you can kind of like work it to where, once they come to your show, then you can give them your real you. So and I believe Dirty Audio, he's already at that point where like now I'm hearing music that's really coming from within here. That's how I really want to push artists. Zoo Function, I want to sit down with him and tell him, it's like, bro, like the person you truly are is like, let's get that person out to the world, and that's how it is. And I know I'm not gonna be able to do that with everybody we sign, but I'm gonna try my best. So myself, I plan on signing with PandaFunk, and I want to be treated as an artist as well. Like at the same time, I keep the mentality of like from that side, I gotta be fair, 100% fair. That way, in the end of the day, I don't feel guilty, I don't regret anything. So we really try to sign the actual like people that like for who they are, because it's like, this guy's amazing, he's an amazing character, he can make some amazing music, so that's as far as the artists we have under PandaFunk right now. I know we have some characters, we just got to really get them out. And the music that's coming that I've heard so far, I'm really excited for it to be out, man. I can't wait for the fans of PandaFunk to hear it. In the beginning of my career, it was 100% DJing, like I had left my family and stuff. So there's actually two reasons why I had announced that I was going to stop. One of them was more personal. It was because of family. Like I was gone. I was gone for like 3 years, and being out there and missing home, being homesick, but at the same time, my career was just like growing and growing. It's definitely, I got the opportunity to be able to see my dream coming true, and then my family, where a lot of people have to make that decision before they even it's like, should I chase my dream, or should I stay at home? And I was blessed to like actually even, to me it was no questions asked. I was willing to give it all up for family, and at the same time I was helping a group of kids, and I pretty much left, man. I just left and I went on the road, kind of like saying, I don't know when I'm really gonna come back, but I'll be there soon. To where 3 years passed by, and I was just like, oh my God, everything's falling apart at home. That's when I went back to try to grow the entire environment, the motivational environment. Because to me, if there's no motivational environment, if there's no inspiring environment, it's not really gonna, nothing's gonna really happen. People are gonna slowly lose it, and they're slowly gonna fall apart. And then with my family, I miss my kids, and I was they're growing up. I'm getting videos of the first steps, school, first day of school, where I'm just like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. There's no guide of okay, this is how it's gonna go down. This is how a career is gonna happen. This is how you're gonna feel. Make this decision. There was no rule book. And me, I was really young, man. I was 19 when it all started, and I kind of just had it in my gut feeling. I was family first. So I was just well, I'm giving up my dream. I'm gonna go home. And I announced it. I was that was so serious. I was willing to give it all up. And I went home, and my family was so proud of me, man. My family was proud of me. The team was happy I was back, to where my family convinced me that I was stupid. It's you need to get back out there. You're living your dream. We're doing okay. We're supporting. We're watching all the videos, and so that pretty much I announced that I was yo, all right, I'm getting back on the road. At the same time, I said, you know what, I promised everyone that if I'm gonna get back on the road, I'm gonna come back with PandaFunk. I'm gonna make PandaFunk tours happen, and I did. I was able to make 2 tours. We did a European tour, we did an American tour, and we did our own show. We did a free event. It was amazing, man. I cannot believe 10,000 people showed up at a free event, in the middle of nowhere in Texas, and then PandaFunk in LA. We partnered up with Insomniac, and they helped us throw this incredible. To me, being on stage like that, I'm just wow. Out of all right now, I believe I have a total of 1.7 million fans. I hope I really, really, really inspire, for real, at least one, because I'm only one person, and like I was able to do so much for so many people. So like I have a good feeling about like the movement, the whole movement, PandaFunk, paying it forward, helping others. I have a good feeling about it because people are really like the diehard fans, and like I'm glad that we're representing such a positive environment, movement, and a good lifestyle, like a positive lifestyle, not just for musicians. I mean, like there's people that are cooks, like chefs, in that art, culinary arts, and like they're just like, yo, like you're inspiring me, and it's just like that's so dope that we can step outside of music and inspire other people outside, So looks like this year is definitely gonna be a touring year. When it comes to shows, I know we got some PandaFunk stages in Europe. I got a lot more Deorro stuff, like a lot more like my own shows. But before anything, I really, 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 really want to make sure I finish all my music. So while I'm out there, I'm just like pumping music out. I have like 2 more songs as part of this record deal, and then once I'm done with that, like everything else that I've been doing for fun, like I'm just gonna start releasing that and like try to get everything going all over again. Collaborations with like the guys that I'm mentoring, collaborations with some fans. I want to do stuff for like PandaFunk. I want to do stuff that like surprise people. Like, oh, check this out. It's like a free album. It's like stuff like that. So that's definitely if I can cram that in a year, I'll do it this year. So I mean, it's not really, other than that, it's just I'm really spontaneous. So who knows what's gonna happen. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Deorro, and this is Grammy Pro.